Johnny Beaner.
We're starting now. Now we're starting.
No, it's starting.
Well, I'm out of time.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh,
Well, it was great having you, Mary.
yeah. We'll introduce you as you go.
All right. Amber said she's got a lot of stories, though.
Oh, well, just two about Johnny.
Oh, well, yeah. What's your story?
Well,
And I guess one about just, they're really maybe not so much stories as it is like fun memories. But I mean, that's a story, right?
Right.
We'll be the judge of that.
We'll see.
I get really adversarial once the cameras start recording. I get really.
I noticed.
Yeah.
Sweaty. I turned on the air conditioning. I'm perspirating. One, I was saying, Johnny, about how I enjoy your wife as well. And when we did that show in Oregon at the old hotel,
At the Shining.
at the Shining Hotel,
Yeah.
I bought, this was years ago, I stopped, was Andy Woodhull on that show? Somebody asked me to stop in Portland or Seattle and was like, hey, will you buy a pot cookie to bring to the event? And I was like, yeah, great. Oh, okay. Because it was legal there at the time. And so then I brought it. And then I also had a little of the cookie myself. And then at dinner, and I was like, I'm fine. I don't really get drink or get high very often. But the only person that really maybe saw me high was your wife, because we were eating breakfast or something. And I tried to grab, I thought the butter was the bread. So I was like trying to grab, because it was like fancy. It had like fancy like butter pats or something. And I kept like, or I thought it was cheese. I thought the butter was cheese. And so I was like really trying to grab it. And Aaron,
It's so close to cheese, Amber. It's
Yeah.
so close. You are so close. And
So
like,
close to
if
cheese.
anybody were going to eat anything that wasn't cheese, but thought it was cheese, I'd say butter is the best one.
yeah.
Butter.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I probably would have done that knowing full well that it was butter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how much I like butter.
Johnny's just constantly pretending he's high to get away with eating pats of butter. Oh man, I'm so high. Oh my God, boy, we
Oh
got
my
baked
God.
again.
That is a brilliant plan. I'm going to use that when I want to buy Cool Ranch Doritos and just eat the
Right.
whole bag. I'm just going to be like, Mary Jane, am I right?
You like have to
Yeah.
convince the 7-Eleven employee, like,
Yeah.
because he would be too disgusted otherwise. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that weed. Oh my God.
They judge me. I'm afraid of the judgment from the AM PM ladies down the street. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. Can I tell my other quick Johnny Beaner story? And then I really gotta go. I gotta wrap it up.
you guys should.
Then we're all leaving.
Then we'll introduce you after you leave. Yeah,
Right,
we
right.
got it. We
My
got
name
this
is-
format down.
Yes, Amber Preston. And one time I was working with Johnny Beaner. I don't know what city it was. He was headlining and I was featuring, and we went to do morning radio.
Oh, God.
And we get in the little studio and they're making small talk, and Johnny's making small talk with them. What Johnny doesn't realize is they've hit record and it is now morning radio time. And
Oopsies.
I've realized it. So I'm like, hello. And Johnny was like, yeah, should be a good weekend. Didn't realize it was already happening. Because I don't think they were like super like morning zoo type guys or anything, but you know, you guys got a couple of shows tonight. And he's like, yeah, a couple of shows. And I'm like, yeah, 8 and 10:30 or whatever. Like,
Yeah, and then when they were like, well, thanks for coming in, that's when I was like, oh, we've been recording.
You
Now I got
could've
a
sold
secret to tell Amber when we get out in the lobby.
You could sell that to NPR, you know that? Repackage that interview, sell it to NPR. You'll fit
Totally.
right in.
You were ahead of your time as far as like, playing it laid back and talking in
Right.
quiet tones. And
Mhm.
but that's so funny because normally you hear that story where you're like, oh, I didn't know we were recording, and someone says something super offensive or curses. But Johnny was just epically boring
Right.
on a hot mic.
He had his chance. You had your Bert Blyleven moment and you didn't take it.
That's right.
they were like, oh, he cares. He misses his wife and kids. Well, he seems like a pretty decent guy.
Yeah, it sounds like he regrets taking this gig. I don't know.
Yeah, wow,
He's
he's tired.
sell
There you have it,
tickets.
folks. 2 shows tonight, and he's tired. Johnny Boehner at Fat Daddy's.
Yep.
Was it called Fat Daddies? Was that the name of the?
Was that the place? I know we worked there together.
What a great name. Fat
Where's Fat
Daddies.
Daddy's? I don't even
South
remember.
Dakota or North Dakota, one of those. It's
South Dakota.
it's closed. South Dakota.
Did it
Yeah,
close?
I think so. It was there was a fat or there was a daddy.
You know,
Yeah.
One
you
of
know what
those.
I'm appreciating is all the businesses that I didn't want to go to that I said I would go to that closed during the pandemic. And I'm like, oh, I dodged a bullet there. Thanks, Donald Trump.
The most passive aggressive
So
did not work somewhere I've ever heard. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that those 700,000 people did not die in vain, guys. They didn't have to go to Fat Daddy's.
It got me out of some pretty crappy gigs.
I'm
Thank you.
sorry. As someone who had lost family members in through COVID, I'm sorry. If I cough a lot, it's because I took a rug from a hippie and I brought it inside.
Is that marijuana talk?
No, it's a real rug from a real hippie, and it smells like a sheep. And it also was leaking a lot of sand. I thought it was sand. Doesn't stop leaking. It's the never-ending rug. It's got some sort of deterioration and silt coming out of the bottom that's been smoking all over the house every time I try to vacuum it. Just so you know, in case I start coughing.
Here's
Wow.
an unpopular opinion. Maybe I'm going to try to get Johnny and Andrew on to be my cavalry on this one. Throw
Yeah.
that
Oh,
rug
okay.
out, maybe. Maybe
What if she comes here?
What is she-
What?
She's got to see it. She's got to see it. She's
Maybe
gotta see
keep it
inside.
outside or keep it in the basement. And then if you know she's coming or see her coming. I mean, sometimes it's hard to know when a hippie's coming over, but if you have
It
any,
is.
you
They're-
can
they're
sneak it
sneak
into
up.
the house.
Yeah, just
And-
wheel it in when you hear them coming up
It's
the front.
so heavy because of all the silt that's coming out of it. It's so heavy. And you know what? Right now I think I'm just gonna leave it down there and not disturb it. So it literally looks like pig pen when you move it around. And so I just try not to use it. I try not to disturb it.
don't use this rug.
No.
And don't let a strange
It
hippie into
really
your
does
house.
sound like it's making you sick. Like
It is. I've
yeah.
been sick.
it would be a shame to like live through COVID and then die from a rug.
Die from this.
Just because you didn't want to be rude.
There's no
Well-
vaccine for not wanting to embarrass a hippie.
And my lungs are burning a little. And I tell you, this is one of
Very
those
on brand though for you. This would be a very on brand
Yes.
way to go out for Mary Mac. If I
Do you,
just put
do you
better.
see something missing from this area? You can tell I got these panels at Menards because they all got the exact same computer generated wood on them. Right there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's a-
do see.
I
that.
wouldn't
Now
have
that you
s-
pointed out.
I wouldn't have noticed
think
it
so.
unless you'd said it, but yeah, I see it now.
I can't stop looking at it. Sorry.
Now
This
it's-
is the format of the show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
I think
gotta
Come on and
we got-
complain.
Someone needs
We
to
had
tell
a-
you. Someone needs to come over and convince you. You have full agency over your own home. You can put whatever panels up you want. You can have whatever rugs up or rugs down
Yeah.
that you want. You don't have to take orders from anybody. You know.
Yeah.
Have
I'll be
we?
right-
Do we even introduce you guys yet, or do we just
No.
like every single episode?
worst.
Kind of jump over it.
Yeah.
We have
Well, I just-
fantastic comedians.
I'll be right
Mary
back. I
Mac
gotta fix something.
Now
In
she's
her
gone for real.
patterns, and she's gone. And Amber Preston.
Oh gosh,
Yay.
we're gonna watch Mary Mac fall. She's climbed on a desk for the
She's-
listeners.
Oh, she's moving the. I see. She's trying to get more of a background.
What she,
Wow.
maybe she doesn't realize she's now just exposing more of the wall.
Yeah,
so
more
I can
pattern.
really see more of the pattern. Then it's fine.
Wow, it's
I see.
fine.
It's
Like I said, I would have. But yeah, this is great. Thank you guys for
Exact.
coming on, because this is another one, kind of a crossover, because you guys do a podcast together or an Instagram live show. And
yeah, that's how we describe it. We're like, it's a pod, it's a live, it's a show.
It's a podcast. It's an Instagram podcast and it archives it for you. So it's not such a big deal that I didn't go back and re-edit everything.
Oh, good.
That's the way to do it.
So, and people can watch it on IGTV, but I do have a couple episodes in the can. I mean, in the editing room.
In the can.
But
I like
according,
I like
Can
when
you listen to it on the podcast app or no?
when I say we have a couple episodes in the can, I mean I was on the toilet when we
that's
recorded
right.
them.
Can is a euphemism
I've
too. Like
really seen real people still.
I love when radio people throw in the the radio terms, because it's in the can, or cans can be the headphones. It's like turn up my
Oh,
cans.
yeah.
I try to
Yep.
use that when I do radio.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
we're getting it on wax.
Oh,
I'm trying. I keep trying to bring that up. Andrew doesn't buy into it. You've heard
I've
that,
never
guys,
heard
right?
That one.
Oh yeah.
Really, Amber?
Yep.
not for real. You've heard someone say that and mean it?
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, they say
I've
it as
heard
an
it.
expression.
You've
like,
heard someone say it though, like as
Oh,
they're
yeah.
pressing digital
Right,
record.
right. Yes. We're
Oh,
getting
yeah.
this on wax as they hit digitally record.
But
No,
Johnny,
I've-
you're never paying attention to when it's on wax or when it's not on wax, or when you're just
That's right.
look for that red
Oh
light.
my gosh, were we on wax that whole time? I didn't even know.
Were we waxing? This
Yeah,
was
we
waxed.
were waxing.
This
I
is
can't believe you
wax.
waxed that.
You were waxing too bored to attend your own show. When I'm getting it on wax, that means I'm actually listening because my ears are full of wax.
Oh,
And I'm
wow.
going to try to keep making a joke out of every single thing you say. Because
one of us
Stop
has
me from
to.
coughing.
well, if you
And then you'll-
survive to the end of this, then
Oh,
we'll be
no,
excited.
no. Back to your initial question. You can't find our material on any of the podcast apps. You have to go to either of our Instagrams and go to our
IGTV.
IGD.
See,
Our
I
Yeah,
think
G-
that's-
IGTV
We-
exclusive.
We have
Yeah.
our own TV channel on
Yeah,
that's right.
Instagram.
Did you
Yeah.
guys get picked up for a new season?
Yep,
Were you
yep,
renewed?
Yep. We have an exclusive deal. First look at Instagram.
Oh,
First looks at
excellent.
Instagram.
Yeah.
That's
We
great.
have a development deal with ourselves on Instagram.
Yep.
I
Well,
actually
Leander.
no, but I will be serious for a second. I think that's smart, because like we put it up, and it's like you can get it anywhere. You can go Spotify or you can watch it on YouTube, and it's too like you're diverting everybody into different directions. But you're right, like send them all to one place,
Right.
and it's like it's easier, it's simpler. Everybody has Instagram, so I think that's probably smart.
No, we just were trying to a few months. Well, I don't many months ago now. It was an excuse to wake up on Thursday mornings and okay, I guess we'll put on a hard pant. Well, because the idea is we would get dressed up, so it was kind of a get us out of the end of. Well, we're still in it, to be fair, pandemic, but like this latest version of the lockdown, I was still locked down, so we were just needed an excuse to chat with humans,
Yeah.
Mhm. We
Johnny
did,
and I
and- yeah.
very similar. Started
Yeah.
this out of a big pandemic desperation, I'd say, and
Yeah,
still
if there was
going.
no pandemic, there is no way in hell talking this often.
I,
But you guys, you didn't even say the name. It's Mary and Amber Get Dressed, right?
Yes.
Amber and Mary get dressed,
Amber and Mary Get Dressed.
and we got dressed, and we're still getting dressed. But
Yep.
we
Oh, so
took
you've
2 weeks
lengthened
off.
the title. Okay.
That's the slogan, and we're working on that.
Yeah.
It's long.
We're all getting dressed.
it's a lot of dressing.
Still dressing. I can't stop, guys. I'm so slap happy. My mom okay, so we're up in our pole barn, and my mom got up at 3:30 a.m. this morning. Made coffee for the whole house.
She woke you up at 3:30 a.m.
Everybody.
How many
Oh.
people?
Time to
Was the hippie-
go.
was the
Get
hippie-
her rolling. Get her rolling. Sorry, I'm so slap happy.
Is your mom staying with you for a while, or is
No, she comes in like a little tornado, and just stays a couple days and leaves, and
oh, okay.
goes to the beach. But she's older, so I gotta walk with her in the water so she can get in the water. So she comes in like like a wrecking ball, if you will.
Did she bring you a rug?
Not her. Got that from another lady, but she does bring rugs occasionally.
I need a rug. I should get a rug from a hippie because we have an unfinished basement, and my grandma was saying that you always put a rug at the bottom of the stairs of your basement if it's like hard concrete, because if your kid ever falls down the stairs, they'll land on the rug. And my mom kind of scoffed at that, but did it, took the advice, and then I don't know which brother of mine, but somebody actually fell down the stairs but landed, thank God, on this life-saving rug.
Ooh.
Well, it's a rug. It's not a gymnastics mat.
Well, I know. It's just it certainly did damage, but just less damage than otherwise would. You could just put a gymnastics mat down there. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Well, that might be a target though. You don't want your little one like,
oh right. They're gonna aim.
Here we
for
go.
it.
Perfect 10.
That's right.
I mean, I don't know how old she is, if gymnastics are in her sights yet, but
No, she's 7 months. So
Okay,
yeah, she didn't get into the program we were trying to get her into. She failed her audition. So.
Damn it.
I know, it's very competitive.
pull it together, kiddo. Pull it together.
Yeah, you got a loose. Yeah, you got a loose cannon of a child. She doesn't know where she's going in life.
I know.
It'll be that much better next year at the auditions.
Yeah.
We'll crack the whip, but
I practiced my thing. I brainstormed it.
What's your?
what you need backup on?
Okay.
Oh, okay, that was pre-show banter. That was pre-show banter. We are moving abruptly into
so smooth. You can. It
up
feels
section.
like real radio to this.
Well,
time.
we kind of have bulldozed this whole thing. The second I started
love
talking, I was like, I have 2 stories about Johnny Beaner, and I want to share them now.
This
So-
is fantastic.
Wait,
Sorry.
I forgot the second story. Will you tell that one again?
No,
I forgot it. What was it about again?
no, the
Come
radio.
on. No, that was the first story.
No, the first
No,
one
that
was
was
me
the
being
second
high and eating butter.
Oh, in front of Johnny Beaner's wife.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only witness, and I'll be asking her about it after we're done recording.
Okay.
That's
And
actually
now-
great to do mid-podcast recaps of what happened during the podcast. That's perfect. I think we're gonna use that, Mary. We're just gonna steal that idea and just go,
Oh,
wait,
that's
what did we talk
gotta-
about at the beginning? And then just kind of, for people who are just tuning in,
Yeah.
this is what we discussed.
For people that just fast forwarded to the halfway point of their podcast.
Because you couldn't stand the boring beginning. This is what we talked about
Wait,
when
I
you were
knew
trying
it.
to skip it.
Keep talking. I gotta get a beer now. I see Johnny drinking something that looks like a beer.
Oh, it is. It's a raspberry Nimbus.
Oh, neat.
It's very good.
I got a Molson. I don't know if I'm allergic to him or not. I'll be back.
All right, we will find out if Mary is
either the
allergic to
beer-
Molson.
Yeah, but her allergic to it is like diarrhea or something. Like it's gluten. It's not like it's not gonna be anything good. She's not gonna like puff up and start choking, as far as I know. But
So it's not going to help our ratings, is what?
no. It won't be that exciting. But we can hope. We can hope. Where are you in the world? Are you guys?
And
Well, I live in Portland, Oregon now. We moved here a couple years ago from LA. Heidi used to live in Portland years and years ago, and then I'm from Seattle originally, so it was like a way to get back a little closer to home. And then also we wanted to buy a house, and obviously in Los Angeles it was not happening, but it ended up being good timing because that being in the pandemic in LA in our little apartment would have sucked. So
Yeah, it is. It is, and then like I've got that's the husband's office behind that screen we
nice.
found on the street here in the living room.
Yep.
One better like you find out things like that like your spouse whistles, and that's something you didn't know before times.
he
So
whistles while he works.
and walks and just
yeah,
is
break time.
Yep.
Just a
Yep.
whistler.
Yep. So that's Johnny, where are you?
We moved to Madison, Wisconsin right before the pandemic.
Okay.
So we got very lucky as well. So that, very thankful.
You guys
Now
are
we're
living
in a
in
house and it's nice.
Oh,
Will you guys recap that portion of the show for me?
Sure.
oh, yeah.
Well, Amber was telling us
just
that you might
basically-
get diarrhea.
Yeah, you get diarrhea, but then we just recently just retold the part that we had told you again. So we just recapped that.
Well,
So really, you
did
just heard the
Amber-
Johnny story again.
Yeah.
Did Amber tell you I also get lip sores?
No.
No, that's your information. I didn't want to steal your thunder.
Okay, thank you for letting me tell the biggest part of the story, Amber. But no, that's if there's too much wheat in here, I'll get a big old lip sore, and you're gonna see it. So not now. I'll just ring you up tomorrow or then in a few days so you can see
When it pops out.
Please.
Oh yeah.
Follow
Yup.
up.
We'll make that the thumbnail for this episode.
Yeah, it's very zoomed in.
Yes.
Gross.
Sounds good.
I know how to crop on Photoshop.
Well, Mary Mac, what was your thing? You were so excited to get us.
Well,
What do you call it?
my first
What do you
thing.
need backup on?
Well, I need a lot of backup. And that is because, my first thing I was going to say, Tim says it's too controversial. It takes too long. I'm married to Tim. Then, my second thing I was going to say is everybody has issues with this, but thanks to Brexit, which I was against until recently, I know I'm right. I don't have to eat something before the expiration date. I go well after. And a lot of people are like, ew, yuck. But guess what? The Prime Minister of England is saying, just ignore the expiration date, folks. And I feel like that's somebody who's backing me up a little bit. But they even like canned goods, if that's can's not all swelled out, you don't even worry about it.
So are we talking primarily canned goods, or are we talking like milk and yogurt?
Oh, yogurt, I'll eat it up to 5 months after the expo. I just called it expo for fun. No, but
No, it's you
that's
can
my
tell when someone is not afraid of expiration dates. They throw out expo. That's how they talk about it. That's a phrase. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
grab
actually-
anything.
Okay, so what was the first one? Because you went on to number 2, and I don't think we want to back you up on both.
Oh no, that'll take.
Oh, it was all
That'll
expiration.
take Amber's time.
No, it's fine because you were like, it was almost as if you were like
It was a
a
teaser.
hostage and you had to read a note that was like, it takes too long. And Tim says this, I'm married to Tim. Like, what was the first subject that Tim didn't want you to talk about?
By
that
the
you need
way,
Is Tim on the other side of the camera? Turn your computer around. Is he there pointing a gun at you?
Tim's behind those Menards
no.
panels. Those are eye holes where those little wood
Yeah.
knots are.
Well, okay. The first one is more of a stance I'd like to take when I start my political campaign, and that is that liberal political people, liberals, I guess I would say, are their own worst enemy. Because like I want to reclaim the word libtard, but I can't even do it because I get shit from both sides. Okay. I get shit from the conservatives because because you're a libtard, and then I get shit from the libtards because it's got retarded in it.
Mary Mac's gonna get canceled. This is the episode.
Trying hard.
Helping you.
I
I'm
like.
trying hard to get. I've been canceling myself and nobody notices.
Well, I don't know if this show is going to be the platform to get it done for you, but oh yeah, no, I'll back. I think that's true because if you're being called a libtard, you should at least be able to use the word.
Yeah, like you
to,
should be
defend
able
yourself.
to use it like bitches. You should be
Right.
able to use it like that.
Like when they call you a libtard, do you say, that's our word? That's our word that we can call each other.
I've never been actually called a libtard because.
Oh, well, see, I don't know then. I don't know.
But-
That might
but-
be cultural
Credibility.
appropriation.
But I use a lot of apple cider vinegar, so I feel like I am a libtard.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a backdoor. Okay, I hadn't thought
But
about that.
I mean, I either vote Green Party or I vote Democrat. those are my only parties now that I vote after the last 4 years. I'll never usually vote anything else. But you know, I believe in like solar energy and stuff, and I really want to be like, let's get libtarded. And but I can't because of all the moms that write me off of my website that say, "Oh, did you happen to know that that's kind of like retarded?" And my sister's brother's wife's nephew's cousin's kid is retarded. Like they say that.
They
I'm
say
like,
it? Oh, well then
they
you're
don't say it, but that's what they meant. They meant mentally challenged, but I mean it
Yeah.
in a skateboarders type of a way.
I think it would be funny if you responded to them and said, "Do I know how libtarded would I have to be to not know the origin of the word libtard?" I mean, what do you think?
I mean, I don't believe in the word retarded as for children anymore, or people who are mentally challenged, because we've progressed beyond that word.
Right.
And it was not mean a word originally. It was your thought process is retarded, as in it's slowed. But then some bullies on the bus started saying retards, which is a horrible word because it's meant to be a horrible word.
Right.
But I like it how skateboarders are like, that was retarded. For some reason I enjoy to hear that, and I shouldn't enjoy it. So now I'm going to take myself down.
You hang out with a lot of skateboarders, Mary Mac?
Well, I just like the freedom with which they use whatever words they want to use. And I just want to be like, let's get libtarded, everybody, like that. So people know we don't care about your big old bully words.
Remember the what was that song? This is so bad. I can't, Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah.
Remember they had a song and then they had to do a
in here?
radio edit of that. What was the edit? What did they
Let's
change?
get it started.
Get it started. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm such a bad music person. I only hear stuff on the radio and very rarely like actually dig into albums. So I just thought that was the song. I would have never known in a million years that was a radio edit.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I
So let's
didn't.
get
So
it
you and the
started.
Black Eyed Peas are taking that word back.
I guess I don't really like the word
Skateboarders.
retarded, but you guys could have pursued expiration dates, but you went with
Well,
this
we
one.
can
You
go-
dug it out of me. You gave me the fourth degree,
Yeah.
and I had to expose myself for what I really think. And I recently thought I really want to bring back, or at least start, let's get libtarded. And I know that every single side will be against me except the skateboarders.
I am more
And even
likely.
them-
I'm more likely to back you up on the libtarded side versus the eating yogurt 5 months after it expired. Personally,
Yogurt is expired. When yogurt is put into a jar, it's put in expired. That's how you make yogurt. It's expired milk.
Right.
So why not keep it going?
My husband's the same way. He's like, yogurt can never go bad. It just gets more yogurty. I'm like, well, it's green.
There's got to be some point. Yeah.
There is
like,
a point.
Yeah.
I skim it off till I can't skim it anymore.
That's
And-
maybe that's what's going on, making you want to say these bad words. You got.
I was gonna
Probably
say, you know what
No, I skim
community
it
wouldn't
once.
wouldn't judge you for eating expired food is the skateboard community. I think
Yeah.
I think
I'm
we should bring on
skateboarder.
some skateboarders to back you up.
They're they're probably dumpster diving with you. I mean, you got a new crew to hang out with, I think.
I do.
Well, Mary-
Okay, thank you for. I don't know if you guys were supposed to back me up or take me down. I still feel
we're supposed to back you up.
We're
Yeah,
tr-
we
no.
are supposed to.
I haven't had a chance. I am backing you up on.
Okay.
First of all, I think you should be able to own the word people call you. So if someone calls you a libtard, you should be able to be like, you should be able to use at least the word libtard, I think.
Okay,
And
Johnny,
then-
will you call me a libtard right now?
Mary, you're such a libtard.
Let's get libtarded and
Yay!
come on!
Don't you drag me into this shenanigans. Don't you try to feed me your nasty expired yogurt.
Ah,
I'm
cider
also
vinegar.
with you on the expired food though. I'm definitely more like it's arbitrary. How do they know that whole thing? Like, and
yeah,
I'll
they
cut
just want to
my
sell their
mom.
food.
My mom is crazy with it. She would cut mold off, just like scrape mold off of bread and still give us
Yeah.
the bread and stuff. So I have that deep
Mhm.
in me. So I'm with you on the expired food. The
Thank you.
expos.
Right.
Thank you.
Rest of your eyes and your nose and your stomach and maybe your gut and your
Yeah.
butt. And then you'll know.
Yeah,
I do
not
smell
those,
it. I
Not
smell
those
it.
numbers. You
Yeah.
know.
Okay, I feel a little bit validated. Is it?
Oh,
Thank you
good.
for that. Is it Amber's turn to be validated?
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Go for it, Amber.
Wow, but I've nothing. I had two, but I forgot to write down the second one. I have nothing nearly as highbrow as that. I just I don't know how I follow this. I
Well, I am lib-tarded, so it's hard to get as annoying and highbrow as I am.
yeah, well, I've been saying that for years, and I can't wait to spend the next like week with you on the road.
Oh, you guys going on the road? Let's plug.
Yeah, yes. So,
Oh, it's gonna cut. This will come out like a week after you guys are in Lincoln.
Oh yeah,
right?
we're good at that. I'm constantly plugging shows that have already happened.
No.
We'll be in Fargo on the 14th of July. Can you hit that one?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, maybe we'll. Yeah. Nope.
Cool. Hey, can you guys promote our show for us? Could you do that, please?
Yeah, please.
We can.
Great.
Well, we
You have been. You're lighting the fire under our I don't know. I don't have any.
Your TV network.
Yeah. That I just think that pie people need to chill out. There are people who really love pie and they really they need to know if you're a pie person or a cake person, and they're like, do you like pie? Do you like cake better? Do you like pie? Do you like cake better? And the cake people we don't give a shit because we're like, yeah, it's dessert. And
Yeah.
I don't really like pie, but pie people get really mad. And like my husband just had I was like, oh, what's that unpopular opinion that I might have that I need backup on? And he was like, well, you don't
Whoa.
you don't like pie. And I was like,
You should do him whistling too.
Yeah.
Then he starts whistling. You don't like pie.
you like pie? That's an unpopular opinion. I was like, no, I just prefer cake. Like pie is fine. No,
Is he a pie
you
guy?
don't like pie. What?
Is he a pie guy?
Yeah. Oh, pie. Yeah, absolutely. Like hands down, it's the greatest. Forget cake, whatever. And I'm like, I mean, I prefer cake, but also who cares? So I guess
Yes.
I back
So
up
you don't need backup. The cake's better. You just back up to chill the fuck up.
yeah, like who cares? Yeah, I need
Right.
I need backup on my not caring.
But Amber, it kind of depends on what time of the day it is.
Oh God.
Because you want pie for breakfast, don't you? And then,
I mean,
and
is
then
that my
cake.
only choice?
Yes.
Then I'll eat it for breakfast. But
Pie-
But if you
breakfast?
but if you have a choice between pie and cake for breakfast,
See?
pie is the only civilized choice.
These pie people are fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
They always have to come up
I think we spotted one.
with these insane hypotheticals. If you're in outer space and you had to compress the foods, pie would hold up a little better in zero gravity situations.
And I'm sorry I'm not backing you on this. Pie can be a health food. Pie's got fiber and vegetables and fruits. And
Oh, carrot.
yeah, carrot cake is
Carrot
good
cake?
though.
Angel food cake with strawberries.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Also, fine. I won't eat the pie. You have more pie.
Why
Why
I
do you
want us all to have pie.
you pie
Yeah,
people?
no,
Wow,
pie people are like
proving
even
a point.
they're like evangelical Christians. Like it's not enough that you're gonna go to heaven. It's like you gotta make sure everybody else goes with you. It's like why just
Yeah.
you go and we'll if maybe we'll meet you there, maybe we won't.
No,
But
we don't want you to go down to cake. We don't want
cake
you to
hell.
go down to cake hell.
What
we
do you,
want
Johnny?
you to burn an eternal cake, Amber, hotter than
I
sex
guess.
cakes.
Yeah.
That'll
Is it
get
sheet
you to
cake?
cake hell.
Is it sheet cake from Hy-Vee? fine, great. I don't care. I tried to pick a
That's
generic
pretty, though.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Are you guys pie, gentlemen? Are you pie or cake people, or
Oh,
do you?
you're
not
so
do-
right. You're so right on the apathy because I am a cake. I guess like, and if I had to choose, I'd probably go like cake over pie. First of all, like pie needs ice cream most of the time. Cake can
Yes.
go on its own, so that's
Oh.
to me superior.
Cake
But whatever.
with ice cream. Don't even
Also
get me
great.
started.
Johnny's just gonna get up and go eat some pie. But
But nobody says cake a la mode. People only say pie a la mode.
Because you have to specify it needs ice cream because it's shitty because it's
That's a
dry.
good point.
Yeah.
It's so bad they put the instructions in French so they could be like, this
Yeah.
is really bad, but if we say it in French, it won't
Yeah.
sound as bad.
yeah.
If you
Yeah.
cover this in enough ice cream, it's gonna be pretty good.
Mhm.
Well, I tell you, I think cake is good too, but for the gluten-free stuff, pie is always better. So that makes a difference. The pie crust on
Yeah.
gluten-free is better than gluten-free cake.
Great.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Amber.
exactly.
Wonderful.
Don't quit me, Amber. Don't quit me.
No, there's a lot of comics that take this like I know like there's like this Kermit Apio. I don't know if you know
Yes,
Kermit
yes.
or Josh Gondelman. They go crazy about pie this, pie, get all your pie. And it's like, have you had this pie? And it's like, but if it's just pie, it's fine. You know, it's like
That's
I'm
not
I'm so with
KFC. It's
you.
pie, right?
Yeah, it's not like it's Arby's. Jesus Christ.
It's not
Jesus,
Taco
calm
John's.
down.
I mean,
Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. Drove the Chevy to the levee. There's a reason there's pie in that song.
yeah, because they need to sell it.
I thought for sure, Mary, you'd attempt to do some parody version of the song. You just sang the actual lyrics.
Right.
They can't.
I was like, how long will she go? Will she just sing the whole song?
I'm
the
fine.
good old boys are drinking.
I don't care. Just quit trying to preach to me about your pie. I'm not gonna
But
come
I
to your
didn't
side.
even believe in pie until you started believing in cake. And now I believe in pie.
It's like the angel, it's like the devil and God, right? Who, I mean,
Yeah.
can you have one without
Devil's
the other?
food cake.
Yeah.
That's my big that was
someone
you're
already say
right.
that?
That's,
So-
you're
so
right. You're right.
Johnny and Andrew back me up and Mary Mac does not. Is that what we've come to?
It's like that's what's happening.
Okay.
Um,
I'll take it.
I'm so with you. That is a
I got
great
none.
observation and a great topic that I would have totally brought that up myself if I had thought of it, because that is I have the same opinion. Pie people, they act like you've never had pie or something. like it's gonna blow your mind. It's a little drier than cake. And
not
got
dry.
a lot of times it's a flavor you don't even care for.
Oh,
Wait a second.
Like
Or-
pumpkin pie
or-
is amazing. I like pumpkin pie or
Pumpkin pie
like
is
the
good.
thick like
listen,
cheesecake
I like
type pie.
some pie,
Pumpkin
key lime
pie
pie,
is
great.
so
But I
good.
also like they're like, oh, well, it's usually it's good, but only if you have a really good crust, and the crust is really hard to make. And I'm like, why are you qualifying
Yeah.
your
No.
pie before I even get to your dumb pie?
Well,
Cake is almost always fantastic.
Yeah,
do you guys know any of
that
these
was so
songs?
creepy.
Cherry, she's my cherry pie. Na,
Yeah.
na, na, na.
We are all of a certain age. Of course, we know that song.
That's that's
That was like
nine.
our sexual awakening.
Do you
some-
know Wild Honey Pie by the Beatles? Do you
Wait,
I
did
know?
you
think
Google
someone has
songs
Google
with-
in front of them. It looks like someone's got their phone out.
Do you know Sweet Potato Pie by James Taylor? Do you know Humble Pie, the band? Do you
No.
know Slice
No,
of Your
because we
Pie
don't
by
care. That's my
Motley Crue?
point.
Oh, it's a
Well,
I
good
would.
one.
care.
That is one place pie might have the leg up. Is there's probably more songs with the
There's so
word
many
pie in them than
songs.
cake.
Great.
So
Yeah,
Good
but there's a
many.
band named Cake.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a
But
good
that's not what
band.
this is about. That's not what this is about. It's about
Okay.
it's
Okay.
And
Okay.
the whole
Well-
point is, I don't care.
Right.
Well,
That the
I-
most important thing I need
never
you to know,
cared
and
until
that
now.
what I'm most passionate about in this topic, and that I need your backup on is,
People
don't
care too
care.
much. People care too much. I think it's okay to not care. I'm going to back you on that.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
Oh, what a
can't back
180.
pound
We
cake.
did it. We did it.
But no, I'm backing her on the fine print. Or no, I'm backing her
That's
on
fine.
the theory behind it, her argument. But I'm
Again.
not backing her on the details
That's
of
the
argument.
point. I don't care.
She doesn't care, and it works, so it all works out.
Yeah, that is, I'm with you 100%.
Awesome,
People
awesome.
get like so fired up. It's so funny. And you're right. There is no cake version. There's no other side. No one's fighting with the pie people. They're just fighting to nobody.
You're right.
Because all we're doing is going, hey, do you want a corner piece with lots of frosting? No? Cool. I do. That's what we're
Yeah.
doing. We're just eating our cake
Yeah.
and
Do
eating
you
it, having
think
it.
you like the cake better because of the frosting?
Yeah.
Of course.
It's a big part of it.
Why is this so hard for you
Oh.
pie people to understand?
Well, you only like the pie. What if a pie had no filling? It wouldn't be very good, you know? I mean, that's
You like the bread middle thing?
yeah. I'm not an Olympic athlete.
That's how
I'm
I
gonna
take
put
my pie,
frosting on
just
my
the
cake.
crust.
You want a naked cupcake?
My nose is
That's
so
a
red.
muffin. Get out of here.
Who am I, Carl Lewis?
Man, you guys.
What am I training? for the Olympics?
Can you
Amy.
imagine?
Lewis.
Like showing up to a party, like it's like your birthday, and you have a giant sheet cake with no frosting. You're like, yeah, I'm really trying to cut back, and you're just housing like 6 pieces of cake. Just no frosting though, so it's like it's pretty healthy.
You should do that because there's a trend in like wedding cakes and stuff where the frosting is pretty minimal and it looks like it's been scraped off. It's like it's a style.
Shabby chic.
It's a little bit of shabby chic. What you should just present a cake like that. Like for you guys have kids, just
Let's
for
do
their birthday party, get little Edie a birthday cake that has no the frosting's been scraped off.
Oh, I feel like they
What
cry.
happened?
Everyone would start
It's a
crying.
good lesson though, isn't it? It's a good lesson.
It's not a good lesson.
But it is. And then take the sugar out of it
Shit.
too. Take the sugar out. So it's basically just a weird looking bread. And then you put some birthday candles on it. And then you say, this is what the kids in World War II got if they were lucky. And then that's how they learn they're lucky. That's how I do it. But I don't
Yeah.
have any kids. I just go over to other people's children.
And take their cakes.
Don't let
Give
Mary Mac
them
babysit you
A
guys.
loaf of Dave's Killer Bread with some candles in it.
And it's days old too,
Days
because I don't
old,
care
yeah.
about the expo. Let's get libtarded.
What a flourish.
Oh god.
I'm so happy. So sorry, Amber. I'll get it together before
No,
next week.
that's you got back up for me. That was a good.
Amber,
good,
or,
take down those pie people.
Thank you.
Andrew, do you have something you
I
need
thought you
back
were
up?
cracking me
Yes, I can go. This will be pretty quick, but I don't know what I really technically need backup on, but maybe I can figure it out as I'm talking about it. And maybe you guys can. I don't know if anyone else relates to this, but my grandmother is still alive. She's in her 90s. She's still kicking and doing great. And but I'll call her. Try to be a good grandson and call her sometimes. And does anybody else have a parent or grandparent? She always rushes to get off the phone with me. It's a very humbling. Because it's like I feel guilty for not calling, and then as I do call, and then she's like, oh, that's nice, okay, and then I'm like, well, what else is going on? He's like, yep, okay, gotta go. See you later. And I'm like, you would think like, I don't know what I need. Maybe just back up on like, if you were a grandparent, wouldn't you like, you're home all day, you would try to extend the conversation or at least allow the grandkid to give them the impression that you want the conversation.
Is it long distance though for her?
Yes. Yeah. Well, she's in Seattle, so it's like a 3-hour drive. So we don't see her super often.
Well, where are you? I forgot it again.
Oh, I'm in Portland.
Portland.
Oregon.
Okay. So that's long distance to a 94-year-old. That's gonna be $50 bill to her in her brain.
Oh,
So-
you think she thinks it's long distance calling?
Yes.
Ah,
Trying to save money getting off the
that's a
phone.
good point. Oh, that
Yes.
makes me feel better actually.
See, I got your back. I got your
You
back
did.
on this.
She thinks
Yeah.
that might be true. That's never occurred to me.
I,
But she
I
thinks,
have another scenario. What time of day are you calling her? Because like sometimes we'll go visit. My grandmothers, both of them still with us, and also quite old. And one of them, even in person, we go to visit, and she'll just slowly keep turning up the television. Like, if her show is on, she'll be like, this guy has such a beautiful voice. And she's always watching like music, like guys singing on public television. Maybe it's just the program she loves and she wants.
yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like they can't just go, oh well, it's not like for us. We'll watch that show whenever we want, and like,
Right.
oh, someone's on the phone. Well, like you got to catch Wheel of Fortune or whatever when it's on.
Yeah.
So, but that's not usually when I'm calling. I'm actually kind of cognizant of that because my mom said like, oh yeah, if you call during Jeopardy, you're not gonna get her on the phone, you know. And so I don't know if it's that's it, but maybe like she's also like very regimented about like the lunch schedule at the home and like the whatever activities. So it might be that. I don't know.
Why don't you ask her, Grandma, what's the best time to call you?
That's
and
a good
you could
idea.
even be a little passive aggressive about it and say, what's the best time to call you where you might be able to talk a little longer?
I
And not be
fear
so
I'm
rushed.
scared. I'm scared on Andrew's behalf. That's when the truth is going to come out. You know what, Andrew?
It's just not a great time.
It's just not
really busy.
working.
It's no good time, Andrew.
I'm just really busy with everything right now, and maybe
I
in a
just
couple
don't like the
years,
phone. You know how it is. I just don't like talking on the phone.
I don't like the phone or the
Yeah.
in-person visits or write me a letter. How about that?
In-person visits. Yeah, that's good.
No, but it might be my own. Of course it's like our own ego because we're like, you know, as grandkids, you're like, oh, they must live for us visiting them or calling them. We're their whole world, you know. And then you get older and you realize like, nah, I probably would be like, all right, yeah, great, things are good. Okay, I got my show on.
I got my show. Hey, I really wish that Amber's grandma would not only turn up the volume of the TV, but also like she'd have a room divider on wheels that she would just inch over, like block off her side.
Hey, you might get a meter this week after our big show in Wishick, North Dakota. So you play your cards right. You're gonna meet Albina.
Yeah, you too will annoy her until
Yes.
Yeah.
you'll be like singing lyrics at her with pie in it, and she'll be like, "Okay, time to go, everybody."
She just walks over, puts a blanket over your head. Okay.
Yeah.
Like you're a bird.
Oh gosh, I can't. wait.
How's her hearing, your grandma? That's my last thought.
Her
Maybe-
hearing is pretty good. Her vision is the one that's going a little bit. So she actually hears better than she sees. So I think phone is like, you know, is
And yet,
yeah, that's funny too. Her vision's going. It's like, oh, I gotta watch this show. It's this new art exhibition. I'm like, what? I thought your vision was going. I like Johnny's idea of getting like kind of, or no, Mary, it was your idea, but getting passive aggressive. That would be fun to do to a grandparent.
I mean,
Oh,
that is pretty direct.
What do you want to talk about then, Grandma? What's so interesting to you? What would be fascinating?
Yeah, something, or just
Something.
like what is a time I could call you where we could talk
That's
a little
smart.
bit longer?
Or you try to get off the phone with her because then maybe she'll be like, wait a minute.
I gotta use
Reverse.
Hollywood power moves on my grandma.
Yeah.
Like, actually, Grandma, I got someone on the other line. They really want to talk to me.
Is that what I should have been doing this whole time here in LA? Just acting like I didn't want to talk. Son of a gun.
Yep.
Yep.
Even
No, I
though
remember-
Andrew's the one calling her, hey, Grandma, are you there? Let's have a good time.
It's like you called me.
I'll call
I
you
have a
later.
question. Does she ever call you?
No, but
Okay. Okay.
that is less. I don't take that one as personally because she's got like insane. She's Swedish, you know. She has insane amount of the like, don't want to bug anybody, don't want to bother you. You know,
we
don't
know
need.
about
I have
that.
nothing. I don't want to be a bother. She has a lot of that energy.
Yeah.
So I do think that's what that is. I don't think it's because she's not. I think she likes when I call. She's just happy if it's like a 4 to 5 minute conversation.
Right.
Where are you originally from?
Seattle. So she's lived
Seattle.
Seattle her whole life. Yeah.
Oh wow. Maybe that's why I like doing shows in Seattle.
Yeah, I was just there. I saw her, hung out with her. We had a great weekend together.
They talked on the
She
phone
didn't want me
all
to
day.
leave. It was weird.
Yeah, even though they were together, they still talked on the phone at least 5 times a day.
He's like, oh, you're a comedian? Do you know this annoying Andrew Slater guy. Oh my God, he does not shut up about his
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. I didn't want to bring it up, but yeah, I was just in Seattle though. It was lovely.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
I did
Beautiful
see your
place.
grandma's.
Oh, okay. Well, next time.
Anyway, so I back you up.
We'll do the grandma tour. Everyone will go do shows and visit everybody's grandma.
That'd be great. Into it.
We're gonna have to find where my grandma's buried then. 'Cause I don't remember, and nobody else in my family does. We lost her. That's a problem.
Oh
We
no,
don't
that's
know where
sad.
And when I say grandma tour, we're going to be doing a lot of driving. We don't know where she's at.
That sounds like a great beginning of a novel. It's like a family forgets where grandma's buried, and so it's like you go on this
We don't know.
nationwide tour to inspect different grave sites to try and find her.
Oh yeah, that is a great start. What happened?
I don't know how it ends, but yeah.
It just ends with them being like, "Oh, that's right, we had her cremated."
Yeah, yeah.
What do you
yeah,
mean?
she's
She's in the
still-
home.
She's still alive.
She's
Not even dead.
We just never visit her. She's not dead.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
well.
heard. Yeah.
I could have sworn we went to her
That's
funeral.
funny.
Didn't we go to a funeral? No.
That was someone else.
Yeah. Embarrassing.
Oh, okay. Well, I feel backed up. Johnny, do you need backup this week?
Oh my gosh. Well, mine is really dumb. So, like, okay, you bum. I don't know if you guys ever were smokers or smoked cigarettes, but like when you would bum from someone, you'd be like, you'd offer $1, like, oh, hey man, can I buy? And they're going to be like, they're never going to take your dollar. Well, I think we need to start doing that with when you have someone take your photo, whether it's a stranger or a relative, you'd be like, hey, can I give you $1? Can you just take this photo? Because especially over the 4th of July, some people suck at taking those. Mind blowing. And so like if someone says, oh, I'm not good at taking pictures, don't do the whole, oh, no, it's fine. Just trust they suck. Don't have them take your picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because as someone that can take a picture that's not awful, it's not all blurry or wiggly, is worth $1. They're not going to take the $1, but at least offer them something, because there is value in
But
someone taking a
that's
picture of your family in front of a tree.
I like
What?
the idea. I like
For
the
the
idea.
fun.
We got to iron it out, because that's implying that the dollar will somehow like winnow out the field and get you only the best
The
picture
best
takers, but you're just
photographers
randomly
available.
offering $1. So even morons who can't
God.
work a camera phone are gonna go, oh no, I'll take it. You don't, either way they're not gonna take your $1, like you said. But I don't know if you're getting the high quality talent by.
Well, then
With
you're
the
right.
dollar
Then
on
that's
it.
what I need. I need to figure out a way to weed out the shithead photographers.
You gotta
And
hire
people-
a
you
photographer.
don't even have to be a
It
pro.
sounds like you gotta hire a photographer.
What?
You're
Yeah.
basically just saying you need to hire a photographer for the holidays to get your family a photo. I think that's the
Or-
thing.
You need people to be honest. Like I will, if I'm with my husband who is good at taking pictures and we get approached or you're in a restaurant or whatever, I'll say, oh, you want him to take it. He's actually much better. I mean, I don't want to take the picture, to be honest,
See?
but
Yeah.
I
There
know
you
that
go.
I'm not as good
Very
at it.
smart.
So I'm backing you up in that. Yes, people should be at least honest
Yeah.
if they're not great at taking the pictures.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get the good one. I don't know how you find the
Yeah.
good people. But
I
I'm with
think
you.
it's there is a lot of cell phone badgering though, like he said, where people do try to be honest, and then for some reason the owner of the phone doesn't believe they could be so bad at
Right.
taking a photo, and they're like, come on, nobody's that stupid.
Yeah.
And then it's like when they
Nobody's
hand
that
you-
libtarded.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then they hand you back the phone and you basically have to be like, yeah, I guess you are that dumb, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so like, yeah, don't badger. You're right. I back you up on don't badger somebody. And Amber and I both back you up on the just be honest if you can't.
Yeah.
This is
I like-
actually a serious conversation.
I like we should
That's true.
normalize though, like that's smart. I think take out the result, take that out of it. I think just the gesture of offering $1, because it is kind of like a big thing to like take. it's
Yeah.
worth $1 of your time, to take a
Yeah.
picture. And especially if you're going to ask for like, oh, can you flip it now horizontal? And then can you make sure
Whoa.
my feet are in it or
Right.
whatever? Like people have lots of requests when you take a picture. You can't just, so if it's going to be like more than one, like literally offering $1 would relieve you of the guilt of like asking for multiple attempts at it.
I
Yeah.
can't back you up. I'm sorry. I can't back you up. You can't give $1.
I'm not on
somebody.
trial here.
I can't back any of you up because if you give $1 to somebody, it's like they're begging. And they're like, what is this? I'm not
Well, Johnny's right. They
I'm
would
not
turn the $1
busking.
down. No,
Yeah,
you're
they would
right,
turn the
Mary.
dollar.
Because like no one's. It's almost like you'd have to be kind of insane to go. Yeah, sure, okay. Do you have 4 quarters? I'm going to the arcade.
But how do you thank them? Buy them a beer, maybe, if they take a lot of photos.
Well,
But
now you're
that's
into
kind
it
of
for like
crazy
$7.
because nowadays beer is a lot of money.
I know.
So what do you do?
I think I have a solution.
Oh
Well-
yeah, you got a solution. Then I got a solution.
Okay, my solution is we all just live in the moment and put our phones down.
Next, boo, boo.
Okay.
This
I
is coming
got it.
from a co-host who has their show on Instagram.
I got it. I've got it. You offer to take a picture of them with their camera. See?
Or with your camera.
Yeah, you offer to hang their picture on your wall alongside the picture they take.
You're like,
But no,
that would
but
be hilarious.
You could offer it. You could offer it. Say, I think I've done that before where I'm like, could we take your photo and you take our photo if we're at a popular area,
Yes, we've
that's
done
smart.
that.
Yeah.
Then how do you deal with when you give them you give them a just
High
beautiful,
quality.
and then they give you some piece of shit fingernail over your friend. And
That
it's like,
that happens in stand up with like, because sometimes you'll be like, oh, this is a cool venue, I'd love it. Do you mind taking a photo of me on stage? And then I'll take
then
pictures
it's
of
like-
you on stage, and yours are all blurry and from a million miles away, and you like really angled it and got up there and took cool pictures of me. You're like, shit, I got screwed on this deal.
Yeah.
yeah.
I like that idea though of taking it one step further. It's like, hey, do you mind taking our picture? And then, okay, will you post that on your social media? I'm
Yeah.
just trying to get my numbers up, Just say, hey, I saw this cool family on the 4th of July. I just thought I'd post it. This is Johnny Beaner. I guess he has a podcast. Take
Yeah,
a
he
listen
gave me
to
a
it.
dollar.
He gave me $1, so
It is. We went to Disneyland on Saturday. So we were like taking pictures at cool places. And I don't know what it was like before because I've only been twice and both times as an adult. And the characters, the princesses and stuff, like I feel like they used to walk around and you could maybe hug Belle and Mickey Mouse and
right.
they were out, like you could accessible.
Yeah.
Now they're like, I'm sure COVID, and I'm sure it'll stay this way. They're unscheduled, like they're on these little like platforms and just like they'll just appear out of nowhere, but like it's on a platform. So like you're like Elsa's like back there. And so you're like, had a 5-year-old with us. We're like, all right, Kelly, go say hi to Elsa. Okay, now turn around. And she's like trying to talk to the princess. And then we're like, no, turn around so we can take a picture with you. Like it starts young, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And we all going to have bad pictures, even though we have like the highest quality mobile camera we've ever
No, the
had.
better the cameras get, the worse the pictures
Yeah,
that
you're
we
right.
post somehow.
Yeah, because you can just be like, you don't have
Right.
to do
Yeah.
any, I don't know.
Yeah, they like
Yeah,
auto
people-
each update is like, now you can be even dumber and your picture will still be fine. You can take a picture inside a sleeping bag. We'll light it up. 'Cause
Yeah.
Hey,
Now, think
here's
I-
an idea. Oops, sorry.
Oh. No, you go.
Well, you compared it to cigarettes. Why don't you give somebody a cigarette for taking your photo? So you're letting them bum a cigarette from you while they're
I like
taking
that.
There you go.
using a cell phone. You know what I mean? Like it could work.
Yeah.
It could work.
That's true, but the number of smokers these days is going down.
Well, I guarantee you, every child will take a cigarette.
No, you got to
Get
give them
them young.
you
Get
got
them
to give them
young.
a jewel. Give them a hit off your vape pen.
Oh, there you go.
Not only are you
Yeah.
getting 8-year-olds hooked on cigarettes, they're taking horrible pictures.
Which is worse. Oh no.
Oh.
Damn.
You know what goes great with a cigarette? Piece of cake. But I
Oh,
I
don't get me
believe that.
started on
I
tape.
believe that. I believe that a cigarette, a cup of coffee, and a piece of cake would be very satisfying. I believe it. And I'm not gonna argue.
I've never smoked, but that in the movies when they're smoking a cigarette and they're at a diner and then they put the cigarette out in the cake, that's like a really cool move. When they're ready to go, they're like,
You don't have to smoke to do that. You can just do that.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
think I
could do
might just
that.
start holding like a lit thing, so it's something on fire, so I can
You
put it. But the
save
problem with me is
yourself a step.
I never have
Sorry.
cake left, so it
Well, that's what you should do is next on your birthday, instead of blowing out the candle, you just pick it up and stick it in the cake to put it
Yes.
in.
Yeah, or don't use candles. Use cigarettes. Light cigarettes all on the top of your cake.
There you go.
And
The
then
stinkiest
instead of blowing
birthday.
them out, you have to smoke them all. Smoke them all, Bobby. If you're 12, you gotta smoke all of those cigarettes, or your wish.
Well, that's
won't
how our
come true.
parents got us to not smoke. You
Yeah.
didn't your I mean, we definitely pretended to smoke, and then our parents were like, "Oh, you want to smoke? All right, smoke this, you little fucker." And then they like made us
Mhm,
actually
mhm, mhm.
inhale.
Wow,
And
they
now-
literally did. I've heard that like
Yeah.
story before, but I've not heard anyone actually say.
Well,
that
they
that
didn't make
happened
us
to them.
like smoke a whole pack, but I do remember my cousins and I like thinking it was cool and like using sticks and pretending we were smoking. And my uncle Dallas smoked cigarettes. So they were like, "All right, you guys all." They made us inhale. I have a picture. Hold that thought.
That is hilarious.
She's
Wow.
got it. My brother made
Your
us
Uncle
smoke when we were 5, so we
Dallas.
wouldn't tell on him.
There we are.
Oh my! You're
Oh my
Wearing
god.
Look
Freddie
how
Prince
cool you look.
shirt, and then my cousin Katie is like, "Oh God," because they were like, "You wanted to see what it's like, you can see what it's like," and it
I'm
wasn't.
gonna make you kids smoke these. Now give me your camera. I'm gonna take a picture of it.
yeah, they did.
They do.
Also, like you were pretending to smoke with sticks. It's not that bad of a thing to be. Oh, you think you're so cool? Here, do
Yeah.
this meth. You think it's funny?
And that's why I smoke marijuana and try to touch butter. That I think
Right,
is
Yeah.
and you're high, or at least pretending to be.
Amber,
what.
how old are you in that photo?
Let's see. My jeans are tight rolled, so I'm gonna say around 6th, 7th grade. Am I judging on the height of my bangs
Mhm.
and the tight roll and the tuck of my shirt? I'm gonna say 6th or 7th grade.
7th grade. Okay,
Or
okay.
something.
That's a dangerous age to let a kid smoke.
Well, I was a good kid. I mean, there were definitely like kids like
Yeah.
touching bodies and kissing and smoking and drinking, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, I'll have a diet Mountain Dew for lunch. I'm crazy."
Yep. Yep.
I was a
Well,
good kid.
Those other
Your
kids sound
parents
cool.
are lucky. Yes.
They were
Oh.
cool. They
Those
were.
other
Where are they
kids
now?
sound so fun.
They have a podcast.
They have a-
They do. It's called "We Love Trump and NASCAR."
Yep.
I don't know.
And it's
I
got
think
4
that's the
million
key, though.
subscribers.
To liking school. Like I wasn't real nerdy, but like whatever. I had friends, but I wasn't super popular. Like I'm one of the few people I know that like I actually liked high school. That's weird, right?
Oh, I liked high school.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Great.
And I was
Okay,
and I was the same thing. I was not like super popular, but I was also like not like picked on a lot. I was just kind of like could hang out with anybody, and I had a blast in high school.
Oh, great.
Parallel lives. Parallel lives. Thing.
I don't think I don't know if I liked it or not. I had a lot of acid reflux in high school. I don't know. I feel like I was.
Yeah, you don't have to tell us anything else.
I just,
We're pretty. We can fill in the blanks on how high school went. When your number one memory is how much acid reflux you had. You might as well just say that from inside of a locker. Like, I can picture. how that
Little 7th grade Mary Mac popping Tums.
I know. I got out of every class in the library because I had an allergic reaction to the new carpeting. So
So
that
this
was
is
a
a long-standing
highlight.
issue.
That was a highlight of high school for me, is just playing my clarinet all the time because I was allergic
we
to
know.
the
Yep.
carpeting.
had that clock too.
Yep.
I was
Yep. The
definitely
picture
on
was
that.
painted before you even said clarinet. Yep. That all checks out.
Wow, that's a spicy rug we got in here. I'm gonna have to wait outside.
Excuse me, teacher. You
Play
might
your
go practice
clarinet
my
and all.
clarinet elsewhere. This rug is making my throat itchy.
Just tooting it as you walk down the hall to go outside.
You
As
were
your
like a
face is
less cool
swelling up.
Tina Belcher. Like,
Yes,
Oh, man.
I'm sorry I took
Okay.
us off the rails there.
No, that was great. Well, do you feel backed up, Johnny? I'm with you. I like both of those ideas, and
Yeah.
definitely the second one. That should be the message. Like, don't ever ask twice. Someone
Yeah.
gives you
Yeah,
any resistance,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
move
someone
on.
else.
There'll be
Or
another
just
person.
don't. You don't need a picture that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm backed up. That's good.
Yeah. That's cool. This is a cool show, guys.
Well,
Yeah, we're
thank
glad you guys
for
came
doing
on.
it.
Do you
I
guys
think-
have wait? So let's figure out when is it going to come out, and do you guys have anything you want to plug?
No, that really
Gotta figure
what
out-
Mary just did there that gave me PTSD for my grandma.
Wow,
Wow, this was fun, guys. But shouldn't we be
what a
going
great
now?
show.
She's turning up the
Thanks so
volume
much.
of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
No, but yeah, do you? Okay, so this is gonna be out in a couple
The
weeks. So is there
19th?
any gigs coming after that point that you want people to know about or care to, or just check out the podcast?
I'm gonna be down by Beaner.
websites?
You're gonna what?
I'm gonna be down by Beaner on
When?
August 5th in McLean Park. I'm
Where's
getting
McLean Park?
it's the old Central Park in Madison for the Madison Comedy Week.
Oh, I'm on your show. Yeah, we're on the
You
show
are?
together.
I-
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
getting-
that's right. I just
I'm
remembered.
getting
Yeah,
paid.
literally.
You're just like, I'm going to have a picnic lunch in Madison.
Johnny, you
I'm
were
on your
on the
show.
show. It took her naming. She named the venue. She named the festival. She named the show, and it took her going. And you had to be on the show for you to even be aware of this park that is in your city. If this festival,
That's a reenactment of the morning radio story I told at the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, Johnny,
See,
this
I'm
is
not,
live. We're on the
Right,
air,
right.
bud.
I might tag on another show last minute, but
Wait, so you guys are on the same show. Johnny is on the same show that you're on.
yeah, are you taking all my money, Johnny? Because I'm getting paid almost $3,000 less than the last time I did it.
I don't even know getting paid. I don't know. I just found out.
He barely knew he was on this. Yeah, he's the
didn't know
wrong
I
guy
was
to
on this
ask.
show. August
Getting
6th.
paid?
No, Johnny's considered a
6th.
local comic in Madison, so he doesn't get paid for shit. No, that's awful.
Yeah.
He laughs. I'm backing you up on this one,
Oh.
Johnny.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no,
Well,
yeah,
Hey, I gotta find that out.
August 5th, a Friday. Yeah, yeah.
So if you're in Madison,
No, it's August 6th.
Uh-oh. No, you might be on John Doerr's show.
Well, the show is called Mary Mac, so I would I'd be shocked.
Maybe John Doerr is calling his show Mary Mac now, because he is that kind of comic, you know.
that's why you're getting paid less. They just took your
Damn
name
it.
and put it on John Doerr's show. We're like, oh yeah, we can get these tickets both ways.
Shit. But
Uh,
but yeah, that's one thing I remember. Amber, are you doing a show on
On August 6th? No.
Well,
Won't be
looks
in
like-
Madison. We'll
looks
see how
like-
this week goes with you.
Johnny
Oh.
and I are having a lot of discrepancy in the show date and whether or not who's on whose show. We don't know. Oh well.
I'm
well,
just-
regardless,
I'm slowly getting
go-
back. I've done like 3 in-person shows since lockdown. I've done a ton of Zoom shows, but I just did one Thursday night and I was like, it was like Dynasty Typewriter and it was like a beautiful green room and I felt like I was rusty, so look forward to this week with you. But so no, I'm like, I feel like baby stepping
It's kind
back
of
into-
freaky the first
just
time.
back. It is. Yeah, it was a little bit strange. Back into it. I have been out auditioning for things, and then this is very Johnny Beaner centric story. Not that entertaining. Maybe it's just for the Patreon. I mean, hooray for the Patreon.
Oh yeah, this is the Patreon after talk.
No,
Oh no,
No, wait,
no,
let's
that's
make it
started.
that
Is
now.
this
No,
the
this is
pitch?
that's a great teaser. This man,
Yeah,
see,
because
we
they
gotta
want to
get
start naming names. We
So
start
no,
naming
Amber,
names.
hold that.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everybody. This has been the Cavalry. If you want to hear, what sounds like it's gonna be a real corker of a story, you gotta sign up for the Patreon.com/the Cavalry. All right, that's it. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
The Cavalry.